Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to bring you on a ride along. This is actually a fan that contacted me for a second opinion on her house. Like she wanted a new install and she wanted a second opinion on the price. And then we decided why not a diagnosis while we're here. And what I found is nothing surprising, but what I found out while I was there shouldn't shock me, but it still does. You guys see this. Stay tuned.
He had said that tank outside was leaking.
Oh, he said it was a leak?
Yeah, that tank that was outside. That thing gone.
So do y'all want an estimate on a new one, or you want me to diagnose?
Could you diagnose it now? If it's, cause honestly we have to get we had a leak in the plumbing in the back. So right now, I'm working on finding someone to replace the subfloor in there. So we don't really have in our budget right now to replace the entire unit.
Okay.
So if possible, if you can give me a diagnosis and let me know what options we have, but if it can't be saved, then yes, I would like a
Okay.
quote.
Cool. 2007. All right. This might be an R22 system. You may have heard some of what she was telling me in there, that well, actually what she told me is this was installed like 12 years ago, but it's an R22 system. It is R22 field charged. That happened for a short little while after they quit producing the R22 systems, maybe a year or two. If you really needed an R22 system, they couldn't sell it to you with R22, but they could produce it and leave it in a vacuum. So you had to provide your own R22. So this comes from that era. The power is turned off. I'm gonna leave it off for a little bit. Thing's just sitting there. Let me make sure I don't have power. Don't have power. All right, so it looks like somebody's checked the low pressure switch. Contactor may not be pulling in because of out on low pressure. Let's check the high side. It don't have a Schrader cap. Hmm. 143 R22 system. That might be a good standing pressure. I mean, when I say that, I mean there's enough refrigerant in the system for me to think that it still has some liquid in the system. I don't mean it's full. It just means there's sufficient pressure. I get out here and look at this, and I've got an orange wire and a yellow wire and a blue wire all shoved in here. I can understand the orange, you want to make it straight cool, but that could have blown a fuse. There shouldn't be any blue hooked up out here. Depends on where it's hooked up inside. I don't know that we have any power. I got to start at the air handler. She said it wasn't running out here and they thought it might be low on free. If I was playing golf, that would have been a hole in one. It went right down this hole right here. First, let's check and see if we have power. I got 240 coming in. I got nothing here. It's because it's turned off. $246. Let's see if we can turn on the fan.
He's checking it out, man. He's checking it out.
All right, contactor just pulled in. Got probes hooked up. Alright, I think it's low on refrigerant, but I'm going to confirm with superheat and subcooling. Alright, I got 14 degrees subcooling and 25 degrees superheat. My pressure has risen. Vapor saturation right now on my suction is 41 degrees. Did the last person add refrigerant to it?
You were trying to say that you were wrong and face the whole time. You were trying to tell me that it's going to leak now or it's leaking or something. Trying to say.
Okay, if y'all couldn't hear that, man living here says the last guy came out and told him that all the refrigerant had leaked out and was gone and he needed a replacement. Oh my word, and he told him the compressor was gone. This 75 right here is a normal R22 suction pressure. The 215 is a normal head pressure. I've got 15 degrees subcooling and 2 degrees superheat. The only thing I think to check after that filter is look at the coil underneath. Other than that, I'm not seeing. You see that my subcooling is starting to come down to 14.7. Well, it was. I think all we need to do is just go in and check the coil. That filter may have been the only problem. Part of me can't hardly believe what that fella just told me. That is somebody just out to rip somebody off. And this customer happens to be a fan, and she called me because she trusted me. That's only one of very few calls I've gotten from my YouTube channel. Alright, I'm gonna ask her if she'll let me strap this up and get a cap for that right there. But let's just check temperature difference inside and make sure it's cooling. Alright, I have one probe right there on the return. Another right here, and I've got an 18 degree temp drop. Alright, I shouldn't be shocked by people being treated like that. But still, it's kind of shocking that someone would just outright lie to change out a system. And then I bet they would do a horrible job. So that's a happy customer. She is going to allow me to come back to replace that contactor because it looked like it was burnt. That's how you win new customers. Just be honest. Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll catch you on the next one.